Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 2 of season 2 of Gravity Falls. Last week's episode, the premiere episode of this season, had at least to me, a perceptual, noticeable increase in quality, it seemed like. And I don't know if it was just, maybe they got a little bit more to work with, or a little more budget or time for season 2, or simply, maybe it was just because it was the premiere. I'm kind of curious if that's going to be something, if you guys felt the same about that, or if it's going to be something that is consistent throughout the season. Either way, we got to come back into this after the revelation about Stan and his basement, and went right into it with the journals, with Dipper and Stan, and then Dipper not relenting. Everybody keeps telling him to give up on all this nonsense and keep chasing it because it's just going to be dangerous, or there's no point in doing it. And he ends up reaching out to the government about his findings, and they immediately are like, "Oh, we got to head over there," especially after Stan activating his portal tripped a couple sensors as well. So they're already on the radar. But Dipper, wanting desperately to prove that all this is real, again, puts them all in danger because he reads from a book, an incantation that raises the dead. And because of that, Stan has to finally come clean, at least about his knowledge about the supernatural, because he said he's been, trying to tell them it's all fake because he knows it's dangerous. He doesn't want them getting hurt or going anywhere near any of this stuff. And if they got hurt under his watch, he would be very distraught about that. So it was really touching in why he's been playing this role and keeping up this facade. And, Dipper understanding that, it's so funny how similar these two are, because they are very, very freaking stubborn. And he's like, "Hey, you can keep the book as long as you only use it for self-defense." And Dipper's like, sure. And crosses his fingers, totally lying, totally not going to keep digging into this stuff. Especially after they figured out an entire new layer of it that has been written in invisible ink. And equally so, Stan was like, "I'll be honest about everything from now on." Also crossing his fingers, showing that he's also still holding some cards in his deck. But anyway, it's fun stuff. I'm excited to see where we go from here. I'm wondering how episodic or serialized this season's going to be compared to last season, because I really didn't expect us to jump right into that. But anyway, I guess we'll figure it out. Guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access, and you submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote what movies we react to each month. It's a great way to support the channel. It helps do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate if you enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. And that all sent out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 2, Into the Bunker. Here we go. Really? We're gonna be watching a zombie movie right after all the fucking boom mic popping in.
Nearly almost dead, but not quite.
But fitting after, movie night with Wendy?
A lot less scary when you've actually fought real zombies.
They're slow.
Freaking
Just
accurate.
walk away from them.
How much you want to bet that guy
Right?
dies first?
My face is being eaten a lot.
But yeah, it's funny that we're watching a zombie movie after having just fought zombies.
How's all that going?
Ugh, I'm over him. I just wish he was over me. Just look at these texts. Winky frown? What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Not like seeing any other guys or...
Oh my god.
Of course I am. Meet my new boyfriend, dude.
Oh, okay.
So, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to...
Don't do it, Dipper.
if maybe you wanted to join me and Mabel on this mystery hunt tomorrow. Conspiracy stuff and all that. That's all.
So close, so
I love doing junk
close.
with friends.
Yeah, dude, so friend zoned. If she's talking to you about the relationship stuff and all this kind of crap, nah. Again, too soon, too early. You still need some more time in the oven. Need a little more time in the oven, bud. It's still endearing as all hell, though. I get it. I relate to that. I think a lot of people do.
Hey, easy with that. It's genuine plastic.
Mr. Pines, what exactly caused all this damage? I need to write a report.
big woodpecker.
A really big woodpecker.
I'm winking under my eye patch.
Works for me.
That'll work. Bribe the construction workers. I mean, knowing this place, there might be some giant woodpeckers.
That's an amazing rhyme. When you want some good, when you need a Seuss, you, oh gosh, I don't know.
Oh, you tried, buddy. You tried.
Who wrote this journal?
Oh, wait, we're just going right into it still. Let's go.
We may have found his secret hiding place. We find that author, we learn the answers to...
Oh, is that what it means by into the bunker?
Chop it down, dudes.
Yeah. Listen to the lumberjack.
I've been wanting to go adventuring
But
with
if
you
it is
guys. Sure beats
metal,
picking up after
you
my
know.
dad at home.
Ow! 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 Who put that wall there? Ow!
I think you guys need a bigger house. You built it. Why didn't you? I assume you built it, knowing you guys. Is that lumberist or whatever?
I've looked at it from every angle, and that thing was going nowhere. I know what matters to me now, and it's finding the author of this journal.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're just distracting yourself.
I've moved on, Mabel. You should too.
Skepticals.
I am also skepticals.
Branch kind of look like a lever.
Huh, yeah. But how do we get up there? Seems like we need like a ladder.
See, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She just always have that?
Boosh.
Boosh.
My dad used to make me compete in these lumberjack games when I was a kid. Guess I kind of ruled at it.
Hell yeah.
What is that?
Whoa. Oh, I was gonna say, well, now what?
Remember, whatever happens down there, we tell no one.
Aw, little throwback right there.
Ooh.
This is so...
Fallout shelter, weapons.
This is going over my bed.
My
No!
face feels fuzzy.
This is incredible.
Oh, what are all these dates?
But what kind of disaster would need supplies for over 60 years?
Oh, it's each year's rations?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa!
A smells dispenser.
So much TNT!
I will have some of your old-timey face food. Ow. Ew, dusty. Ow.
Wait, why are you eating? Oh my God, Seuss.
And was opened recently.
The author might still be alive, down here.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. Oh, there's even a breeze in here. What in the world?
Oh, man.
Oh,
Was this place built in the past or the
dude.
future?
This is like an escape room.
Not as creepy as Dipper's internet history. Hey, oh!
Dipper, what you looking at? What the fuck? Why is it? Whoa! Yeah, even Stan has these glyphs on like his setup, or at least some of them.
It's hard to be scared with caterpillars on your face.
Never change, Mabel. Never change.
It won't stop.
Dipper, what do we do?
Solve the puzzle.
Find these 4 symbols. Quick, everybody step on one.
What?
Oh God, he's about to lose an arm. Y'all hurry before it's covered. Whoa! That was close, dude.
Run for it!
Oh, and it doesn't stop the mechanism? That's rude.
Hey, bro, you forgot your vest. What the?
Oh. Oh no.
Dear Wendy, I've always had a crush on. Oh my god!
Where are you? Give me that.
I knew it!
Look, Mabel, I can't tell her no matter how much I want to, so just drop it, okay?
Dipper, you gotta check out this weird metal closet.
I am a robot. I have a metal closet.
Coming! This never happened.
I mean, yeah, it could.
He wants to tell her, but he's scared.
Oh God.
Maybe he needs a little push? Good idea, Mabel. Thanks, Mabel. This is for your own good.
What?
Oh no!
I'll let you out, Dipper. As soon as you tell Wendy that thing you've been wanting to tell her.
What is she talking about?
Nothing. Mabel's just been eating raw sugar packets again.
Nom.
I've done that plenty of
Where are the
times.
lights?
Oh no. Oh, wait. Oh, is this a decontamination chamber? Yeah. What the hell is this place?
A hidden
A
lab.
busted
Maybe
cage,
the author did experiments down here.
like biotubes.
What do you think dug all these tunnels?
Oh no, what the hell? No, in this place, it could be like anything.
Mabel, open up for real! There's a monster in here!
Ha! Nice try. The only monsters are your own inner demons, Dipper.
No,
Say
for
whatever
real
Mabel
though.
wants you to say, so she'll let us out of here.
Oh god. I mean, this could change. I mean, no matter what, it'll change your relationship forever.
I'm gonna find another way out!
Wait,
Okay,
what?
he's too
Dude,
afraid.
Where are we going?
I mean, I get it though. One, it could work out in your favor. Maybe she reciprocates and hell yeah, let's go. Two, she doesn't, and now it's just forever awkward. Oh. Whoa, what the? What?
Back, you heinous beast!
What in the world?
Well, I just ripped out a monster's tongue.
Oh, is that Mark Hamill?
It's you!
Hurry now. I scared it off, but it'll regenerate.
It sounds like Mark Hamill.
Expecting guests. I've been
I don't want to
down
look
here for a
because
very long time.
it might ruin who he is first. I'll give it a
Weeks,
mid.
maybe. I miss orange juice.
You don't understand.
Maybe not.
You're the guy
It
I've
sounded
been
like him
looking for.
initially.
He's the guy?
Just like a very deep, gravelly Joker voice.
Like a jillion questions.
My boy, I'd love to discuss this in time, but we have more pressing matters. It's one of my experiments, a shapeshifter. It broke free from a cage of solid steel. I've gone half crazy trying to catch the creature alone.
Interesting. An adventure within an adventure.
I look smarter with this coat and briefcase. I feel like I look smarter.
Razzle dazzle.
Yeah, sure.
Look at this tubey
Sure.
thing.
Oh, hold up. What did that say on the... Oh, God. What did that say on the paper in front of that? Damn, I can't see a full angle on it from there. And then he... Oh, God damn it. It's just... Her finger moved too fast. Come on. Can I just inch it back just a tad? Ah, God damn it! There is a frame right there where her finger's not on it. Son of a bitch. I will get this. Yes! Fuck you. Experiment 210. The shapeshifter. Oh no. It's the guy. The guy, that's not the real guy. That's the thing. It's totally the thing pretending to be the guy, right? Became too dangerous. Placed in cryogenic stasis. And all of these pods are empty.
Frozen? I'm frozen. Frozen? I'm frozen. What's this, Biz? Experiment number 210.
Son of a bitch. I could have just fucking waited.
Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter? Dude, didn't Dipper say there was a monster in there with them?
I thought he was just joking.
You know Dipper's jokes are terrible!
Should have been a sign. Should have been a sign.
I apologize for the state of things. I don't get many non-mole people visitors.
I'm pretty sure that's Mark Hamill. There's some times where it sounds very un-Mark Hamill, but I'm pretty sure.
Did you say journals?
Dude, I found one of them. It's how I tracked you down here.
What could it be? Oh, yes. After all these years.
It's not him. It's not the real author. There's no way we would figure that out this quick into the season. Yo, let's
Kind
go.
of like a fire hazard?
Oh,
No,
yes.
It's a fun hazard.
Yes, yes. It's all here.
Uh-oh.
Dipper, look.
Wait. Oh, that's where I got the visage from. The shapeshifter from the
have my
bean
journal
can. Smart! Yo! Oh! Oh my god! Ah!
true form.
I
Go on,
don't.
admit it. You like it.
No, not even a little. No.
You'll likely never find him. That six-fingered nerd hasn't been himself in 30 years.
Six-fingered nerd. Like on one hand or total?
So many wonderful forms to take.
Oh no. Oh, son of a bitch.
Gotta get that journal back.
Hey, body snatcher, snatch this.
Damn, Wendy is good in a bind.
Run, run, run!
Dude, this is awesome. Smart. But now you don't have a flashlight. Okay, I guess we don't need one. We got Mabel.
Wendy!
Mabel! Zeus! Wait. Careful.
Oh no.
Maybe I am. Mabel, inspect my shape.
Poke.
Do that again.
Okay, it's them.
It's definitely them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Wendy, you're bleeding!
It's cool. It's cool. It's just blood, man. We got attacked by the shapeshifter. He broke out of his cage, pretended to be the author, and wants Dipper's journal.
God damn, dude. They prepped her. We needed Wendy this entire time.
Tricked us and tried to destroy us. I say we return the favor.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad she's on the team.
Come out!
It's like the missing puzzle piece. Oh God.
Speak with
To
you.
all of this.
Reveal yourself, you single-form human weakling.
Oh my goodness.
That book sure is full of some great monsters.
There you are. Ooh, and a new one.
Oh God.
One or the other. How about both?
Oh my God.
Guys, he's coming! He's coming! No, 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 no!
I do think they upped the ante a little bit on this season.
Hey!
There's so much more effects. The lighting's so much better. And it's almost more serious. Oh, that's not good.
Wendy! Wendy!
I wonder if he will confess by the end of this or not. Oh, you know, it's the shapeshifter. It's totally going to be the shapeshifter.
I never even got a chance to tell you. I'm like in love with you, Wendy.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Wendy? Wait, then who's...
Oh! Oh no, now we're gonna...
Never!
Shit, now we have a mix-up. It's gonna come down to his knowledge of Wendy and who the real one is.
Hit her with the axe! Don't listen to her, Dipper! She's the shapeshifter!
Something only you and Wendy would know.
Give me a sign!
Oh, nope. Nice! Yeah!
Push him in!
They do make a good team. I'll give them that.
Frozen! Boom!
Boosh.
You keep digging, you'll meet a fate worse than you can imagine. And this will be the last form you ever take.
Oh. That's...
Good luck sleeping tonight.
Thank you, Seuss.
Look, Wendy, about earlier. In the heat of the moment, I might have said some dumb things, and can't we just pretend none of that ever happened?
Dude, it's okay. I always kind of knew.
Oh.
Wait, you did?
You didn't
Yeah,
make it
man.
not...
I mean, you think I can't hear
yeah.
that stuff you're constantly whispering under your breath?
Oh my God. That's embarrassing.
Mabel said confessing would make me feel better.
Well, how do you feel?
I mean, it's just out of the... It's done. It's exercised a little bit, at least.
Let me tell you something. This summer was super boring until you showed up. I have more fun with you than, like, practically anybody else. And if you ever stop being my friend, I would like throw myself into the bottomless pit.
Aww.
If you can handle that monster, you can handle a little awkwardness.
Friends?
Yeah, dude, friends.
And who knows, give it a couple of years once you've actually matured and grown up a little bit.
See you for movie night tomorrow. Your place this time, okay?
There you go. That's the best possible outcome for all of that.
So, how did it go?
What did you hear?
Everything? All the time?
I'm not here.
Mabel, how can everything be so amazing and so terrible all at the same time?
That's life.
If it's any consolation, I'm already working on a list of your potential rebound crushes.
Aww. She's a good sister.
I'm still bummed we're no closer to finding the author guy. At least I got his sciencey coat and briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Property of F.
Is it just me, or does Gravity Falls TV only have the worst movies?
You're watching the Gravity Falls Bargain Movie Showcase.
Well, that's why.
The Whittlest Vampire.
Oh, my.
The planet people of Planet. Help! My mummy's a werewolf. Attack of the exclamation points. The man with no taste. Ghost
That's the worst.
Turtle. Help! My mummy's a werewolf too. This again.
You want to never watch this channel again?
Wow. Fun. They're, I mean, it's maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just the first 2 episodes, but like, I love that they're just kind of like steamrolling ahead into the character arcs, the story arcs. You know, we followed up briefly with Stan, that whole thing, whether or not he believes it, the journals, what he's building, that crap in the first episode. And then we just steamrolled into this, following up on looking into who wrote them to begin with, finally circling back to, if not the exact same metal tree with the same radio in it, another one that had this bunker in it, bunch of other untold experiments in it, and also is housing this shapeshifter that had gotten free, at least at some point. Maybe the author escaped. Maybe they hadn't been here in a long time anyway, never had to actually come here and use it for its function. But this thing maybe at some point got out of its own accord or whatever. And it took the form of the only thing that it could see while it was down there, outside of things it already knew, I guess. And that was the form of the Baron on the bean can. That was a great little reveal. That was a fantastic twist. I was starting to get into this earlier on, too, when we were talking about how, like, I feel like there's a little bit of an animation ramp up this season. On top of that, a narrative ramp up. And you see that a lot, I think, with children's animation, these shows that I think in their initial seasons aren't, maybe they're like finding their footing, or maybe they're just kind of placating the studio until they get that extra freedom. We saw it with the Owl House. We saw it with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Season 1 compared to seasons 2 and 3. Like, there was a lot of that more childish nature of it, building that groundwork, kind of. Season 1 was more, and this was true of the Owl House as well. Season 1 was more like episodic. You didn't have a lot of lingering threads that would come in and be followed up on that often. Like, there'd be callbacks, there'd be little things like this and that, but you didn't really have this serialized narrative that was going into it, or this deep character explorations until later. And that's one of those things. It's like, once you get a successful show, once you get, you play by the rules granted upon you by the studio at all this and everything, you play within their little ballpark. And then usually once you get a little bit of success, then they start to like rein it, take a little bit of that control away and give you a little bit of a freedom. And we saw that with the Owl House. With the Owl House, it happened I think 2/3 of the way through the first season at least. With Avatar: The Last Airbender, it went into seasons 2 was like a turning point for that show. And I'm wondering if it's just going to be the same with this as well, because we've already seen 2 very heavily serialized, story-beated, character-driven episodes. And I like that right out of the gate with this. I think they were just ready to put to bed all of the Dipper Windy stuff, because that had been a lot of season 1. So they wanted to just kind of bury the hatchet on that real quick and set the stage for something new to explore. with everybody this season. So we dealt with Stan. Does he know about the paranormal? Does he not? You know, that whole thing, introduced the government plot, and then whatever Stan has been building. And then now we're dealing with the Wendy stuff while also exploring the journal. You know, we've gotten some clues. We've gotten some things to follow up on here. But one of the main character things was Dipper and Wendy. You know, and like I've said many times, you know, like the show does a really good job because he is our protagonist, getting us to root for him and cheer for him. But all the same, as much as I do that, I know it's fruitless at this point. Or what do they say at one point? She's only like 2 or 3 years older than him right now. And, you know, when they're older, once they've matured, that's not a big window. But at the ages that they are at right now, 12 and 15, that's a huge maturity gap right there. Even if it's like, oh, that's just 2 or 3 years, that's like freaking dog years at that age. Like the level of maturation and chemical compounds changing in your brain, the processes you're going through. I mean, he's just gone through, if not still going through, puberty. You know, there's so much going on right now. It's not a great place to really try to cement yourself in any one thing or the other. Down the road, maybe. I think like once he finally settles into who he is, he's still not really got a good handle on his own life, his own relationships. I mean, Mabel's got a better handle on that than him right now anyway. You know, he's got a lot more growing to do. And I'm glad that the fact that this is out in the open, the fact that she's always known, and I do think it was pretty obvious in a lot of ways if you do pay attention, if you do just keep your ears open. And yeah, she's like, you don't think I can hear you when you're muddling under your breath or whatever. That was funny. That was some good shit right there. But like, yeah, I like that she knew, she understood it was bound to happen. He's a young kid. She's a girl. You know, it's going to happen in that way. It's sometimes inevitable. And I like that she can look past that and call it for what it is, and not allow him to feel shamed for it at the same time. I like that she didn't allow it to ruin their friendship. You know, it's not like he's a Robbie. He's not all these other things. You know, there is the benefit of him being younger, being immature, and a lot of these other facets. But, you know, it allows her to look past that and focus on the friendship. And now that this is out and this is aired, I think they can both do that, because they make a really good team. And her being on the team was extremely useful. Her ingenuity, all of her lumberjack skills coming into play. And then just ready to jump in and after and at this danger as well. Hell yeah, bring her along for more stuff like this. Build out our squad, build out our team. But yeah, I'm excited to see where all that goes. But yeah, let's check all our cryptograms. Let's see, we got binary in the entry part here. Put all 6 pieces together. We got ice, ice, baby. Am I me? Is he me? What the hell? That's fun. What kind of disaster indeed? Improper use of machinery could, and then lead to utter catastrophe. Oh, that's fun. Some interesting little things to consider here. Put all 6 pieces together. Curious what that is talking about. But I like the am I me, is he me thing, because that is set up. It's like teasing the creature itself. And then, yes, the improper use of machinery and the catastrophe aspect of it. And that could play into what we just experienced here with the cryo chambers, or whatever it is the Stan is working on as well. That could apply to a bunch of different things. But real quick, I also want to see who voiced that creature. Oh, it says Alex Hirsch. Alex did oh no, mysterious old man, Mark Hamill. Oh, he was it when it changed, when it was the different shapes. That's why it was in additional voices. But it was Mark Hamill in the old man form. It was him. Like, there were some times where it was a little, like when it would get real deep, where it didn't sound like him at times, but most of the time it sounded like Mark Hamill. So I'm glad I wasn't wrong about that. I would have been really perturbed if I was. All right, let's head to Patreon. Leonard Snart, might be too early to ask this, but what do you think will happen next? And what was your favorite part of this episode? Again, I think it's fruitless to ask me because I've gotten this a couple times about what do I think will happen next. I don't think there's any way to predict what will happen next in the show, so I really don't want to or feel like I can answer that. To be complete, I'm not trying to be rude either, so like I can't answer it. And given the show, I have no idea. I don't think we're going to immediately repair the computer and follow that lead, but that's obviously our next one, but I don't think that's going to happen next episode. I'd be shocked if that happened next episode. What was your favorite part of this episode? I think my favorite part of this episode was when they ran into Seuss and Mabel in the cave and they immediately were like, oh no, we don't know if they're the real ones or if they're the shapeshifter. And then they started just behaving like they normally would. And they were like, oh yeah, okay, it's them. I think that was my favorite part of this episode, on top of the fact that I was immediately followed with Wendy be like, let's get this son of a bitch. That was awesome. Let's see, Brittany R., what mystery or part of the episode made you the most curious? As far as this, like what part of the episode was that left me the most curious? I just like, it's just more about this author and who built this and why. Are they one and the same, or is it just something that they also too discovered here and wrote about it in the journal? I mean, the Beast seemed to know about the author and who wrote it as well. But it's just like, what was the purpose of this place outside of being a bunker? Was it purely as a fallout shelter, or, you know, because it was connected to a whole laboratory system as well? And this thing has been burrowing and burrowing and burrowing. Who knows where it's been or who it's been, actually. That's a good thing to kind of wonder about too, because if it's been able to burrow out of this chamber, we don't know that it hasn't been up on the surface and that it hasn't been anybody else we've bumped into at any given point. So my question is, how long, I guess the thing I'm most curious about is like, how long has this thing been free, and has it ever escaped the confines of this place? Then we actually have two from Ive Anderson Blues. What are your thoughts on the resolution of Dipper and Wendy's situation? I like it. I think it puts to rest this thing that has been a staple of all of season one. And there's only so many places you can take that. And I think, like I've talked about a couple of times up until this point, at this stage in our primary characters' lives, that's not a realistic or a satisfying, I think, end goal for them to just wind up together. I think as a coming of age story with Dipper, the realization has to be that he's not ready for that yet. He might want it. He may just, like as we've seen, he's just discovered his interest in girls. You know, he's still baking. He is not ready to come out of the oven, and he's not ready for any of that. Realistically, even at this age too, a lot of teenagers aren't ready for the relationships that they're really into either, but that's when it really starts to evolve, and that's when you start to discover yourself. Dipper's not there yet. Like I mentioned earlier, like that seemingly small year gap between these two is a chasm at this age. Once they're adults, like once he's actually a teenager and then onward, that's not that big of a chasm between the two. But he's just hit this like transformation metamorphosis stage where he's still going through so much that it's easy to get lost in the sauce right now. And I'm glad that she had the reasonability to be like, hey, and she knew, and she's probably also considered all the same things we've just talked about. You know, and she's just, I like that she's just like, she didn't let him be embarrassed about it. She didn't let him feel bad about it. She didn't let it change anything about their relationship. And shutting it down in the way that she did allows him to just have that closure, and it might sting, it might hurt. But now maybe he can move past that and they can really be friends without any of that. And then maybe 2-3 years down the road, maybe he can entertain that later, and then it could maybe take some serious steps. But right now, it was never going to be, I would presume, never going to be the intent for this to go that direction. And in case you missed it, which I don't think you will, what did you think of the monster's comment that the six-fingered nerd hasn't been seen himself in 30 years? Might mean for who the author is. Any theories or possible suspects? I did catch the six-fingered nerd part. Now, my question about that is, are we talking like, again, semantics? You know, people are like, oh, we got 8 fingers, 10 fingers, so you got to look at that. So are we talking like this? We talking this? We talking this? Or we talking that? Or are we talking like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good clue, but I now, without having gone back to rewatch everything, I don't know off the top of my head anybody that might fit that description. I've not been paying attention to anybody's fingers. Hasn't been seen himself in 30 years. Dude, if it's fucking McGucket, dude's a scientist, kinda. He's kooky, he's everywhere. He's probably lost some fingers. He builds death machines. I swear to God, if it's McGucket. And 30 years ago, he wouldn't be this kooky old man. He's in damn near every episode. Please, for the love of God, don't be McGucket. Anyway, I think my comment is too late. We got THIJS. I don't know how to say that one. This? I think my comment is too late, but who do you think the author of the journal is? Nope. I was way late. You would have been had I recorded this when I intended to, but I ended up being late recording this by a whole ass day. So you actually made it. But as far as who I think the author of the journals are, I have no idea. I really have nothing to go off. We got a clue, at least, from this lab, property of F. And that's another thing. Now I'm like, what is everybody's names? Because that could be property of their first name, property of their last name. What's Stan's first name? What did I just say? Stan Pines. So never mind. It's not Stan. I mean, I wouldn't imagine it would be, because I don't think he'd be seeking out this information if he had it in his mind. Then again, just because you've written something down doesn't mean it's always in your dome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I know Francis something? Who knows? I'm just pulling F names out of my ass right now. I don't know. I have no idea. But right now, after this six-fingered thing, and again, it may be completely irrelevant, but McGucket would be fucking hilarious as much as I don't want it to be him. But I can't remember. I can't remember anybody that's lost or has only 6 fingers. I'm sure, because so many of these episodes are not fresh in my mind, that if I went back and looked, maybe I'd be able to figure it out. Right now, I'm drawing a blank. But I do have a clue to look forward to as we head forward, though, at least. But guys, with that all said, I want to know what you all thought. How do you feel about this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access, and you can submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. And speaking of all that, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Adrian Almeida, Lila Chanson, Kiana Chanel, and McGreg. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that I take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, I want to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. Thank you guys so much for all of your support over the course of all of this. That support has allowed us to keep this ship a-sailing with all the stuff going on right now with the copyright and with YouTube's AI moderation, all that. It's been a bit of a hellscape as of late. And a huge shout out to you guys here on YouTube, because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.